Hello, Sarah of SDK Handmade here, and today I'm going to share with you how to work a modified center single crochet. If you're a person who avoids center single crochet or the waistcoat stitch at all costs, these little tricks are going to help you fall in love with the center single crochet. So this is the waistcoat stitch. You might be saying, Sarah, I thought we were going to learn the center single crochet. And we are. Here's the deal. The waistcoat stitch is the name of the whole entire fabric that gets made up by stitching the center single crochet. So you may have heard it called both things, but it's really one stitch that makes up a pattern of fabric. Let's talk about the supplies that you're going to need. My first tip for working the center single crochet to make the waistcoat stitch fabric is that it is a very dense stitch because you're reaching down to the row below, and that can cause a very stiff fabric, which could be what you want. But if you're looking for something less tight and more flowy and wearable, you're going to want to pick a yarn. I have chosen a bulky weight yarn, and this is a bulky weight yarn that's on the heavier side of bulky. And then you're going to want to pick a hook several sizes up from the hook you would normally use for that. The larger hook helps extend and expand that fabric a little bit so that both you can get the hook into your fabric a little easier, and it creates a fabric that's a little more drapey and not quite as dense. So for my hook, I have a gorgeous handmade hook that is a 12mm hook to go with my bulky yarn. The center single crochet is a stitch multiple of 1. You can chain any number of chains that you would like. We are going to work in the round though, and so I want you to chain enough stitches that you can join in the round and still be comfortable working. I find joining in the round easiest to do when you work your chains, work a row of stitches, and then join in the round, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off with 21 chains, which is going to give me 20 stitches because that one extra chain is going to be my turning chain. So I'm going to chain 21, work into the second stitch from the hook, and work single crochets all the way down my chains, and then I'll be ready to join in the round. I have my row of 20 single crochets, and now I'm going to join them in the round. The way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to make sure that I've kept my row nice and flat. We don't want it to be twisted. And then I'm going to bring them together, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch into the top of the very first single crochet. Then I'm going to chain 1. Finding your stitches in this first row of single crochets can be a little tricky. So I want to show you nice and close up the anatomy of this stitch so that you really know what you're looking for. So the way to find each stitch is to look at the top of your stitch and where the stitches join together. So here's one stitch and there's my second stitch. You're going to look directly below that. So when I turn my fabric flat again, you can see I've got the front loop of my first stitch, and then I have the legs of my stitch. And then if I open this up, you can see there's another bar that goes across. We are going to go between the legs and over that bar to insert our hook. And now I'm ready to show you the modified version of the center single crochet. We are still looking for all of the same pieces, so you can still go to the top where your stitches join together, turn your work up, see your front loop and your 2 legs. But this time, instead of inserting from right to left, we're going to angle our hook slightly differently. We're going to go through the center of the front of our stitch, but off to the right side of the back of our stitch. So if I flip this up, you can see that there are the two legs of my stitch in the back, and my hook is going to go off to the right side of those. This movement is what makes those stitches stand up on top of each other. So let's try it with our hook that's the correct size. I'm going to insert my hook through the center, angle it to the right. I want to be sure I'm going under that third loop, but off to the right side of my legs of my stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop nice and tall again. Make sure you're sliding back so that you're getting it the correct size. Yarn over, pull through both of those loops. Same thing with this one. I'm going to insert in between my legs, aim back to the right, going under the third loop, and leaving the legs of my stitch off to the left. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and work like that. I worked up 2 swatches here. This is the center single crochet worked in the traditional manner. And if you look at it carefully, you can see that all of my stitches lean to the left a little bit. Now, this doesn't bother some people. It's not super dramatic, the lean, and it can also be fixed by blocking sometimes, depending on the yarn that you're using. However, I have found a way to modify the stitch slightly that gives the same effect of all of those V's stacked together, but as you're stitching, 1, I think it's a little easier to stitch, and 2, the stitches stack really nicely right on top of each other, so you don't have to lean on blocking to end up with nice straight stitches. This is the method that I have fallen in love with and have used for my patterns that are the waistcoat stitch made with the center single crochet. One more thing I want to show you quickly about these swatches is that the modified version does change the way that the stitch looks on the wrong side. So this is the right side of our traditional center single crochet, and this is the wrong side of our traditional center single crochet. You can see that because we went through the center, we still have V's. They don't look quite the same as the front of our fabric, but it is more uniform than with the modified stitch. So when I turn the modified center single crochet inside out, you can see there's a pretty big difference between the two fabrics. So that's just another thing to consider when you're choosing the traditional or the modified stitch. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Be sure to check out my full crochet color work playlist. I've got all sorts of tips and tricks that are going to help make working crochet color work super duper easy. I'd love it if you would like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and maybe even share this video with a friend who might also like to learn about crochet color work and the modified center single crochet stitch. Thank you again for joining me today, and happy crafting!